Okay, this section of the video is about on-the-page optimization. And in simple terms, what that means is, what keywords does this lady have on her web page that would help Google find it? Well, it looks like she's trying to rank for West Vancouver real estate. There's one instance of it. Here's another instance, West Vancouver real estate. And here's a third instance of it. Now up here we have West Vancouver real estate again, but that is a graphic and Google cannot read that. It can only read text. Now there could be an alt tag in there, but there is no alt tag in there, or it would show up. An example of an alt tag is down here. Here she's got West Vancouver, BC, and as you can see, North Vancouver real estate shows up. Now it looks as if she's also looking to include Vancouver real estate right here. And Vancouver real estate only appears once. And she's also looking at West Vancouver real estate market, which is a keyword term as well, and West Vancouver realtor right here. Now you notice that even though we got the phrase West Vancouver real estate, Vancouver real estate is also in there, and this is repeated several times. And this is what Google's looking for. And actually the rule is for Google on a single page, they're looking for a phrase to be repeated 5.6% of the time. And the Google spiders just love that. However, when somebody looks for real estate, what Google's going to look at is where is this customer located? And to do that, you got to go to Google Places. Just Google the term Google Places and you'll find it. And what you do is you set up an account here and you get yourself situated on this Google Places map. Now Google's going to only pay attention to people searching locally. So if she is located in West Vancouver, where she is, it's going to be pertinent to local searches to West Vancouver. So the terms that are really going to count for her is near her physical location, which is West Vancouver real estate. That's going to be the hot term. These other ones may pop up when there's a search here, like Vancouver real estate, but more than likely it's going to be West Vancouver real estate. Now if you're not registered in Google Places, your chances of showing up on the local map are slim and none. So you got to do that. You got to go to Google Places and sign up. So it's very surprising how many websites I find that actually don't have the keyword term in it. So if people are typing in the term, how's Google going to find you? Well, here's some of the things they do. If we go to View, we'll view the source code here. And when we look at the actual source code that the programmers used to create the web page, we see that West Vancouver real estate is in the title tag, which is very important. That's the first thing the Google robots look for. And also Realtor West Vancouver. And she has her name here, although her name really isn't Jane. I've borrowed this from another website and just altered it so that I don't violate any copyright. Now, down here, back in the old days, around 2001, people would use this little, it's called the tag here, this meta name keyword tag. And they would put in the terms, the keyword terms basically, like Vancouver real estate, West Vancouver real estate in this case, and so on and so forth. The thing is Google doesn't use this tag anymore. So as far as Google's concerned, you're wasting your time. They cut it out in 2001 due to abuse because people were loading up with hundreds of keywords. However, Yahoo and Bing still look at this, so it's worthwhile keeping in here. But you can't depend on this for the keyword terms anymore. And a lot of websites do that. They will depend on this for the keyword term and neglect the body of the text. And Google's actually looking at, down here, looking at the body of the text for the keyword terms. Now the other place Google looks at is what's called the H1 tag. That's a code. It the spiders look for that, and also the humans look for that. Now anything with an H1 tag is in bold so the humans can see it. So let's take a look at that. And right here is the actual H1 tag. That's a nice big bold lettering. It is basically the theme of your website. So Google pays a lot of attention to that. So to summarize, Google spiders are going to look at this H1 tag. They're going to look at this title tag up here. And they're going to look at the body of the text, which here's an example of some of the body of the text. They're going to look for keywords in those areas and nowhere else actually except for the internal links as well, which I'm going to show you. But before I leave here, they'll also look at the alt tags. In other words, here's an image and you'll see this little tag down here. It's called an alt tag. That's where we saw North Vancouver real estate pop up. That was over top of an image, and the robots will see that. However, because she's in West Vancouver, they're probably not going to pay that much attention to it. Okay, and here are the links to her other pages, like Jane's Listings, Meet Jane, for buyers, for sellers, etc. The other little trick is if you have the keywords in the anchor text, that also counts for Google, but she doesn't have them here. So we'll take a look at anchor text. So for instance, here in Jane's Listings, here it is. Here's what the actual coding looks like here, Jane's Listings. The anchor text would be right here, in between these symbols here, this A and this A. For coding purposes, Jane's Listings would be the anchor text. Now what you should really have in here is Jane's Vancouver Real Estate Listings, or actually Jane's West Vancouver Real Estate Listings. The anchor text is what the robots pay attention to, so that particular link is wasted. Now it might not be good for humans to see something that big, but it's worthwhile for the robots, so I would actually put that in there because it's going to help the robots find the page a lot easier. Now she's got this link for buyers, and here it is as far as the code goes. Down here she could have put for West Vancouver real estate buyers, and the term West Vancouver real estate would appear again, which is the hot keyword here. And here's another one, featured home. Well, that should be featured homes in West Vancouver, which would be another keyword. West Vancouver homes is a keyword as well, and that's a highly searched keyword. So that's a quick summary of keywords on your web page. There's also off the page optimization, which has to do with backlinks, and that's in the next section. So we're going to just end off here as far as keywords on the page go, and you can Google it, look it up. There's many articles written on it. As for this quick review, I don't want to go too much into detail, otherwise this video will be too long. So that's all for on the page optimization.